Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're back on iRacing in the Formula 4 car for another track guide. This time we're at Suzuka International. This is the fixed setup found in the iRacing portion of the garage. It's also the same setup that's used in the fixed Formula 4 series. Before we get into the guide, I'd like to ask you all to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Without further ado, let's get straight on with the guide. So heading in for turn 1, the original turn is still flat out. We're going to be turning it at the tarmac on the left hand side of the track, and then as we get into the corner we're going to be trail braking slightly from 6th to 5th gear, and then as we straighten up, brake more down to 4th gear. As you can see, as we're straightening up, I'm opening up with steering, so we don't lock up. We're going to be trail braking all the way through this corner and then getting on throttle as we hit the curb on the inside, running it all the way out to the left onto the exit curve. This next left hand is flat in 4th gear. We want to cut as much of the curb on the left hand side as possible to open up the next right hander. We're going to be trail braking in 4th and holding it in 4th throughout this entire turn. You can get on throttle quite early as the exit is very wide. You can use the curb on the inside as well. Here you have to lift slightly and you don't want to go past the red and white curb. There's a lip where when you re-enter the track you can give you a snap of oversteer. For this long right hander you want to come out slightly and trail brake in 4th gear. You want to take almost a double apex and come back near the end of the corner to set off the left hander. This one's flat. If you mess up any of the previous corners it can be difficult to get back on track. So if you have to sacrifice some time just to be consistent, absolutely do so. This next right hander is very difficult. You want to be braking and holding it in 5th gear. You can shift to 4th, although it can redline a lot. You can touch the curb on the inside, although I wouldn't recommend it. And you don't want to go past the red and white curb as you bottom out. Then we're going to be braking down to 3rd gear and taking a late apex, getting on throttle early to use the exit curb. Don't go past the red and white curb again as you will bottom out. For the hairpin you want to be braking just after the red and white curb on the right hand side, down to 2nd gear, and try to take a late apex to get a good exit onto this next straight. As you can see, I'm still trail braking all the way through this corner. Even though it's a hairpin, you still need to trail brake to get the front turned in. You can use some of the exit curb on the right, but I'd recommend getting off it as there's a bump around halfway through that can lose you some momentum. Here we have a double left hander. You want to be braking at the tarmac on the right hand side, down to 4th gear, and then slowly trail brake into the apex, then get back on throttle. There's 2 lines you can take. You can go past the outside curb on the right there, which I prefer because it opens up this next corner, you don't have to brake as much, or you can stay off it, which is a safer route, but you have to stay completely off it. If you touch your wheels on the outside it can just spin your car. There you have to brake more and it can make you oversteer more as well. As that was an absolutely horrible explanation, here's what I did from an exterior point of view. I go past the red and white curb on the right, and then bring it back for a late apex for the left, going back out onto the exit on the red and white curb. .130R is flat in an F4 car. You just need to hold it in 6th gear and turn in at the 50 board. I'm going to try and keep it as tight as possible to minimise your runs to the chicane. For the chicane you want to be braking at the 100 board down to 2nd gear, taking all of the curb on the inside and letting the car settle again before you get back on throttle as there's a massive bump. As you can see, you cut all of it, all the way up to the white line for your left set of tyres. Then slowly get back on throttle and shift up to 3rd gear on the exit, taking a short line to the finish. The biggest tip I could give for this circuit is make sure you're trail braking everywhere. Throughout sector 1 and the last sector with the long sweeping corners, it can gain you so much time and give you an edge over everyone. I'll now leave you the full uninterrupted Hotlap. That's all for this week. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure you like it, and I hope to see you all out on track this week.